With all of this current season of My Hero Academia dropping and being absolutely amazing, when I made my recent showcase video showing off a My Hero craft mod with over 90 quirks, I didn't think you guys would want me to showcase every quirk. Oh, how I was wrong. So hey guys, and welcome back to My Hero Craft. Last time I showed this, I only showed off one character's quirk. Or well, should I say technically the main character's quirk. But in today's video, we are going to be diving into every single character that is here and every single quirk that is also within this mod as of recording this video. Oh, there's a lot to go through. So to begin, let's jump in to All Might. Ayo, pause. Didn't like saying that, but let's go. Now, All Might's abilities are kind of crazy, so this school, I don't think it's gonna survive that long. Every single ability will always start with a standard strike, but as you can see, being All Might, our strikes are a little bit stronger, and obviously, we can charge this up even more to do a little bit more damage than we want. Along with that being All Might, we can run faster, and yeah, almost any punch we do is always going to be destructive. Just so we have some test dummies here, let's show off the next move being Detroit Smash. Charge up, release. Yes, sir. Then we got Carolina Smash. Oh, whoa! Carolina Smash is sick. Hold on a minute. So I'm pretty sure it's a tap. Whoa, and then the longer we hold it, the more we go. Okay, that's cool. Then we have Texas Smash. Charge it up and release. Oh, just a really strong hit. Is it like a, yeah, it is genuinely just a really strong hit. All right, Smash Rush. Click. Ooh, okay, no, I already know that's gonna be a dive one. Oklahoma Smash. Whoa, we Crash Bandicooted. California Smash, charge up and go. Whoa. Dude, oh, I won't get over how good these moves look. New Hampshire Smash. Huh? Wait, is that a, wait a minute. Is that like a movement one? Wait. Because it looks like, it kind of looks like it is. Wait a minute. So if I do that and then jump fire. Oh, it does! It knocks us in a direction! Oh, so it is a movement ability. And now the final ability, United States of Smash! Yeah, it's just a little destructive, that one. Oh, dude, I won't get over that. That is so cool. But we have so many more quirks to go through. Let's move on to the next one. We did already show max level Deku last video, but let's give it a quick another refresher, but with the middle ground Deku this time. Now, Izuku Midoriya's abilities are one for all, and it's pretty simple and very similar to All Might. For example, if I throw a strike, you'll see it's just a weaker version of what All Might had. Matter of fact, that's pretty much to be said about almost all of these abilities. The only abilities that change here are Manchester Smash and St. Louis Smash. St. Louis Smash, we can charge and we'll see we do a dive kick. However, that's not all it can do. You see, some moves in this mod also have a variant. If you charge it fully and then you shift and then release, you'll see it's a completely different move. Yeah, long story short, some moves are, well, can change depending on button inputs you press, which is so cool. It's making me feel like I'm actually gonna miss a lot of different moves in this mod. Charge it up and then wait for it's close and then release. Like, dude, that is so good. To think that's the same move as the dive kick is awesome. Or we have Manchester Smash, which we can charge up and then release. Whoop. Yeah! Oh, yeah, that's sick. Obviously, though, once you get to a high enough level with Deku's abilities, you'll start manifesting a few other things. But I'm not going to spoil anything in case you guys aren't caught up with the anime. So with that said, let's move on to the next quirk. Next up is Bakugo, aka Explosion Quirk, or Dynamite Murder God, whatever his full power name is. Yeah. Oh, the mask doesn't really suit me. Let's just take that off. There we go. Now, Bakugo's quirk is actually kind of crazy. You can see we have a lot of moves up in the top left, but there is actually an enhancement with Explosion. You see, depending on which direction I double tap in, I'll be able to boost constantly thanks to my explosions, allowing me to actually pretty much fly. Like, this is double tapping with every button, and you can notice down in the bottom right, I am building up my sweat glands, increasing the power of my other explosions from just moving around, which is so cool. So if I were to use just a simple strike ability, it looks like a normal strike, but if we were to combine it with our explosions, depending on how long we charge it and for how much of our sweat glands have built up, so if I fully charge it up here, we can see, even if I start using my other sweat glands and now release, 42 damage with the explosions then. But yeah, I am causing some pain to myself now. Of course, if we just do a little tap, you'll see it just does a little explosion. Nothing too crazy, but yes, the longer you hold down explosion, the bigger the explosion will be. It's so cool. After that, we have Explosive Turbo, which is actually a movement move, which is surprising considering we already have so many movement-based abilities. And if you guys are wondering, none of these explosion abilities hurt things. So you can see that doesn't hurt anything. But of course, if I charge up a normal explosion, yeah, those ones definitely will hurt stuff. Aside from that, we have Stun Grenade, which you can charge up and release. Yes, sir! Stuns them for a few seconds. Normal Grenade, which, yeah, you can figure that out. We literally throw a grenade with our type of ability, our explosions. Howitzer? I'm pretty sure this is like a dive ability. Oh, that is so cool. Let's just spawn in a bunch of zombies so I can actually hit them with it, because I want to go back. Hold on. And then charge, go. Bing! Yo! Oh, that is sick. After that, we then have AP Shot, which is a ranged ability that you can hit things in a distance with, and you don't even need to charge it up that quickly. You can just quick fire. And the final ability you have is Blast Mine, which, I mean, you can figure it out. Yes, sir. We put all of our explosive power into the ground around us, causing explosions to ricochet out of it. Very, very cool. And genuinely, it's an incredible system. The fact that we can build up our sweat by using our abilities more is just so cool, man. I can't get over it. And yes, you can even see Bakugo is rocking the actual enhancement thing you can put on his armor. But we're not going to dive into that right now. Let's move on to the next quirk. Next up is Todoroki. This is half hot, half cold. Now, half hot, half cold is pretty strong when you just think about it. You literally have the ability to create ice and also the ability to create fire. And you can do it very quick and rapidly without really any negative cost. After all, we can just see my fire, I throw it, it one-shot zombies, and I can instantly use it again. It is so easy to use. And this isn't even me fully charging it, like, fully charged. Bro, don't want to use that. What about our ice? Like, what? And yes, it also functions like ice would, meaning it's an actual object you can jump and interact with. Oh, and in case you're wondering how strong it is, yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. Yeah, go away, baby zombies. After that, we have Piercing Ice Wall, which is very similar, but you'll notice very quick, it's a little bit bigger than the other ice ability. Holy crap. Yeah, just to show the scale of that one, whoa. And yes, you can pretty much figure out that's gonna be the same thing with our next ability. It's a bigger fire move. And yes, that is also diving into the final ones being Jet Flame, which, whoa, was that just a fire punch? And our Fist Rin ability, increasing our fire and ice damage. Also allowing us to create the Great Ice Tsunami. Let's, create it. Great Ice Tsunami. Go. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, this one is kind of crazy, guys. It is kind of crazy. Next up is Eater, aka the Engine Quirk. This one is actually pretty unique. I mean, I say that all these quirks are pretty unique. Now, for this one, I actually wanted to show off, yes, the armor, but not only that, you can see when I'm not wearing the armor, the engines are still coming out of the back of my legs. If you were to chuck the armor on, those engines still stick through, but you can see just how good it does look. Once you enable your hero mode, you'll notice the first thing being you can run faster than an average person. But on top of that, you can enable Recipto, which, yeah, allows you to actually turn on the engines. And you can see we gain more and more speed depending on how much we use it. Oh, yeah, we get faster and faster the longer we use it. Holy crap. Whoa, we're going really fast now. Let's go. But not only can you run fast with it, you also have access to a few abilities like a kick and an up shift ability, which, whoa, is a dive kick. Very cool. What happens if I like use this? Whoa. Oh, dude, these are so cool. And the strike, let's see. It is the strikers with the legs as well. That is sick, man. That is so cool. Let's see how strong it is against the villain though. So Recipto, extend. Oh. Oh, okay, pretty strong, pretty strong. Next up is Uraraka, which is the gravity manipulation quirk. And this one, hey, yo, I'm looking hella, what? This outfit does not look good on me, I'm sorry. Uraraka's quirk allows us to change the gravity of things. You see, the easiest way for me to show this is by applying gravity to someone. You can see, upon applying gravity to them, they lift up in the air, but they don't really float for that long. We can obviously choose to make them drop a little bit quicker if I want to, and I can even charge my gravity even more to try and send them higher up. But the real power comes in when we aren't using gravity on, you know, characters, instead on blocks that Really? Are you serious? Depending on what we are standing near, we can control the block of the thing near us, and that goes as far as being able to control its gravity center as well. So if I throw it in the air, I can release it whenever I want to have it act and drop down like a meteorite, and yeah, as you can see, I'm really bad at it. There are a lot more abilities with this though. For example, Comet Home Run. You'll see it's multiple, and yes, if you're wondering, it does work the exact same way as the others. For example, if I, you know what, let's light up some villains down this hallway. If I do this and then create these abilities, throw them in the air, and then release them, you can see they'll drop down and crush anyone that it lands on. Very cool, and it works the same with some of the other abilities like Nebula Space. We could create some up in the air, drop them down and crush things, or Nebula Stage, which I think affects the already pre-existing ones in front of us, and then we can choose to drop them again. So cool, man, so cool. This gravity is genuinely one of the best done ones, and yes, if you're wondering, you can reapply your gravity to the things around you. So cool. However, yes, these moves are definitely going to be the most overpowered. Like, what? Next up is Red Riot, aka the Hardening Quirk, aka very similar to another quirk later on. Now you can tell right next to him, yeah, he pulls off this look a little bit better than I do. But the Hardening Quirk is relatively simple, yet still very cool. For example, if I enable it, you'll notice our skin gains a few little spikes out of our arms. From what I've been able to notice, it doesn't seem to change too much depending on like how much you hold it down. As you can see, my hands now have claws on them. But really, other than that, that seems to be the only difference in hardening. That and also, oh great, now we have to wait 200 seconds before I can use the ability. Son of a gun. But now that I've let it recharge again, if we actually hold it down again, all the way this time, I'm just gonna keep holding. You can see the hardening changes to a new thing up in the top left, which is the new ability, which is the one where our claws are more. And yes, everything with this ability is now just enhanced. We have so many new moves we can do here, and they all seem to be inspired by different fighting techniques from, I'm pretty sure, his favorite hero, which I sadly just can't remember the name. Maybe that was Red Rush or something? No, that I swear that's from Invincible. But yes, the actual hands themselves look so cool, and genuinely very nice design on this one. It's a simple quirk, but I like it. Next up is Invisible ability. Yeah, no one's there. There isn't anyone there. But next up is the Invisible power. Once you have it, yeah, you're permanently invisible. Even when you activate the ability or use any of your attacks or anything, you're permanently invisible. And on top of that, you only have access to one move, being High Cheese, which just stuns things. So I really hope in the future they might add that ability that makes it so any projectile light-based move can be reflected off. That would be really cool, but yeah, that is all the invisibility power can do. Next up is this little rodent, Mineta. Yeah, I don't like him, but oh man, this is such a bad outfit. Why does he wear this? Though I can't lie, his quirk is actually kind of cool. For example, we can throw these sticky purple little balls. Now, they aren't that crazy on their own. You see, these things can be used to stick things to them. Best way I can show this is if I put a ball there and then push this pig into it, he will stick to it. As you can see there, he is now stuck to the ball. If we hit him with the ball, then it'll also do a little bit of damage, but that's not all these balls can do. You see, if I put them down somewhere, I can actually, oh gosh, bounce off of them, because you see, my body bounces off of them differently to how other people's does, because yes, I'm made out of the same stuff that these are made out of, which means I can bounce off of them. Pretty cool. But that's not all I can do. We can also throw multiple of them at once, which actually allow for like a little minefield, so we can actually just like create little clusters that they can get stuck to. And if we don't like that ability, we can even create the thing your mum uses in bed. We can create what they call the Black Whip, which I think is actually inspired off of Deku's move. So that's actually kind of cool that he does that. Very simple ability, but it is dope that this move still has anything to it. Like, genuinely, for what this move is, it's very simple, but genuinely, I'm a big fan of it. Like, this is so well done. On that note, though, let's move on to the next quirk. Next up is Mina Ashino, aka the Acid ability. I definitely don't pull off this outfit either. A little disappointing there, but let's see what we can do. But all the abilities we have with Acid are, well, pretty much built around Acid. For example, the first ability being Acid Shot. We just throw acid out, but we can actually just spam this. However, you notice down in the bottom right, our acid meter does get affected by it. After that is Acid Veil, which is a straight line of acid from us. Basically a swipe across in front of us, which you can see it does a bit of damage. Acid Rain is a hold down ability, which we can fire tons of acid out of our hands. Screw Dissolve is a spin acid form, which honestly, how did we not kill the baby zombie with that? And then the final move is Acid Man, which I actually haven't seen. So, oh, is this just gonna be, wait, do we literally, hold on, excuse me, baby zombie, do we just create acid? Why can't I kill this baby zombie? I'm pretty sure Acid Man just makes it so our body is constantly producing acid, which is pretty cool. But with that, you can see the acid does build up pretty quickly. And honestly, I mean, it's a pretty strong move. The acid doesn't seem to hurt us like at all, does it? Like Acid Rain, throw it up in the air, and yeah, no, ow, I mean, okay, it hurts me a little bit, but I mean, it's my acid. It shouldn't do too much to me. Next is probably the most overpowered ability you can get, being Naval Laser, aka Can't Stop Twinkling. But you can see, yeah, we hit the pose and everything. Oh, it's so stupid. I love it. And I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, pretty strong ability. Wow. What about Nebula Shot? Is this just a charge fire? Oh, yo, that's cool. Wait, how's that look? Do we still like hit the power pose? Please, charge, power pose. Yeah. Then we got Nebula Sunshine, which is, whoa. Okay, we didn't hit a single thing. And then Supernova, charge, and go. Oh, snap. Oh yeah, this is great. Naval Laser is kind of overpowered. I ain't even gonna lie, but it is really cool. But then again, almost all these quirks are pretty much overpowered, aren't they? Now for these next quirks, these are from the rest of the students that do not have any models in game. So let's jump into Electrification to start. Now with Electrification, we're actually gonna avoid the first move, which is a 1.3 million volt discharge. We're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna use Charge Stun Gun first, which if we charge up, you'll see, we can use it to fire and move through the crowd of people. But it doesn't actually cause many problems for us. You did notice down in the bottom right, my energy did drain a little bit, but we'll dive into that in a minute. After that, we have Target Neglect, which I don't actually know what that does. It's just what we could just, oh, like that. And now go. Yeah, there we go. So it goes through them, and then you lock onto it to get the wow, that's a bit tough. But now with 1.3 million volt discharge, yeah, when you use it, you will kill anything within your vicinity, and you'll notice right after this happens. I cannot move. I cannot really do anything because my body has gone into static shock. Basically what we see the main dude do. And in case that's not enough for you, yeah, there is another ability, which is apparently Neglect World, which, yeah, it looks to do basically the same thing as the first move. Next up is Vine, which is actually really unique because our hair becomes our weapon. Our hair is made up out of vine leaves, which we can control to target any enemies. Not only can we do that though, we have access to a few auto-aim abilities, and we also have things like Crucifixion. Excuse me? Wait, what? Faith Shield, which allows us to, I'm pretty sure, create a shield with our hair. And I want to see what Crucifixion does. Like, what is Crucifixion? Like, what is this? Is that, what? Why is it it like allows me to like target something, but it doesn't seem to do anything with it. I'm not too sure what that one is. This one also seems to target things near us. Like, look, it was going off and grabbing things. What? The vines bounce off blocks and extend. Okay, restrain entities in front. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming if I was like this, and then I use Crucifixion, it would restrain. Oh, okay, what? Does it have a limit on it? Gosh, damn it. Nah, screw it. We're using yeah, there we go. But continuing down this theme, we have Earphone Jack next, which you can see I've got two little earbuds hanging from my head for. Yeah, those are actually my earlobes. You see, I can now create static sound from these earlobes, including big destructive moves, and even things like, dude, shields created from the sound. So cool. Explosive blackening. What does that mean? Whoa! Thunderous, what? I'm not even gonna know what this says. Whoa, okay, so we're just creating that, and then, whoa! Oh, okay, Heat Beat Fuzz created a lot of blocks for me to deal with. Wow, that's a little laggy. Holy crap, why is that more destructive than All Might? What the frick? This next one is another simple one. You eat some sugar, and you gain a lot of power. Holy crap. Uh-oh, I'm gonna break the game. Oh, the game's gonna crash. Oh no, oh no. Well, now that we know Sugar Rush is a little broken, let's move on to the next one, being Big Fist, which, you're not gonna believe this. It makes your fists bigger. Crazy, right? And yes, all of them are inspired off of, oh, what was the name? The orange-haired girl from the other class, 1B, I'm pretty sure she's from, but yeah, you can see all of these. Wow, that's actually really cool. Carry over into the new one. I'm pretty sure the only move that doesn't is, well, normal strike, but everything else is pretty much... Wait, transport fist? Wait a minute. Oh, that probably means I can pick someone up. Okay, yeah, transport fist launches a nearby ally in the direction. Okay, that's cool. And remember earlier when I was showing hardening and how I said there are other quirks like it? Well, that's this one, steel. You see with steel, we can enable ironification. Ironification? Yeah, it's probably not how you say it, but it is pretty much the exact same thing we saw earlier, but with some new moves all made around the metal. And genuinely, it's pretty cool that both of these are actually still really different. It is a similar quirk after all, but the moves do have their own unique animations and everything, which is sick. Now, this next quirk is a little bit tough to show, but if we hit someone with a strike, Twin Impact allows us to release that same strike again, no matter what. So as long as we've hit something, we can then release the punch a second time. AKA, if Saitama had this ability, it would be over for anyone he fought. However, yes, if you do kill something or miss and try and use the release again, it will literally do nothing. But if you kill something with the punch and then use the release, it also does nothing. So it's a very simple quirk, but genuinely, it is pretty strong. I mean, punch, that doesn't kill him, and then release, that kills him. Like, what? But those are all the characters that don't have models. Let's jump back into showing off some model ones, starting off with one of the big three. And I ain't talking about Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Let's jump in to the My Hero big three, starting off with, I think it's called Permification. This is Lemillion. I'm not going to dive into too much about him, but yeah, this quirk, I am actually very excited to see how it works. So how the Permification works is if I hold down the ability, anything I'm in, I can walk through. Literally, if I go down these steps and then walk straight, we'll walk through the walls just like that. However, how Permification also works is I can choose when I want it enabled and when I don't want it enabled. AKA, if I hold down the button, walk into something, and then let go, as you can see, I get thrown out of that thing. The best way Lemillion uses this is it kind of makes it sound like the walls do not want us in them. So the easiest way to kind of stop us from suffocating within the walls is when we're inside them, we can then, excuse me, can I please walk through my wall? Thank you. We can then look where we want to go, let go, and our character will just get slingshot out. Now, the longer you hold down the ability, the longer the cooldown will be. So if I start this, there you go. You can see the cooldown is 4 seconds now, but if I hold it down even longer, it might build more. But let's move on to the next ability, being Blind Touch, aka Eye Gouge. I think that's just a punch. The best way I can assume this move works is once you hit someone, it will probably blind them for a little bit. After that, though, is Phantom Menace, which I don't know, other than whoa! Other than the fact that it's a Star Wars reference, I think that was a dive kick, but we go through any block in our way, which, I mean, to really test it, let's see it here. Charge it up and then go. Yo! Okay, what? I fell through the stairs. That is really cool. I can't even lie, that is sick. Phantom Dive, is this a... Whoa! Yo! Okay, that's cool. We sink into the ground beneath us and then dive straight back out. That's awesome. And then the final move is just strike. Okay, those are really cool. I'm actually surprised with how well they adapted Lemillion's abilities. Like, what? I can just wait for this to charge and then... Phantom Dive. Yo! That is actually sick. Can I, like, look? I can look in any direction I want when using it. Face. Yo! Okay, that's cool. So if you tap it, you can, like, burst in that direction. Right. Oh, that's sick. Next up, we are looking absolutely stunning as one of the baddies. We can see we have the wave motion quirk. And to instantly show this off, we have actually a special ability we can use being flight. Yeah, we can actually control the waves under our feet and fly. It's not as quick as other flying moves, as you can see here. If I'm flying up, I'm very slow. Flying a horizontal way is about normal speed, but yeah, getting some height takes me a hot minute. However, once we're up here, we can use our other moves, being Bullet Gling, which, yeah, is just an instant attack move. Gring Wave, which, what, is a bombardment ability? Whoa! I can't even pronounce this one, so, whoa! Oh, that's a proper movement move. That's cool. And then Gring Flood is this... Okay, and Gring Pike. Right, okay, I'm actually surprised by how many of these moves really work and actually match the anime as well. Like, just seeing this as a proper movement one is actually really cool. I'm a big fan of that. All these effects just look sick. I mean, look at them on my feet, bro. Looks dope. Yo! I mean, the costume might not suit me, but even in saying that, just how it looks so dope. Next up is a quirk. I don't know who it belongs to, but this is Cloud, a very simple one of where we can summon clouds and, well, ride said clouds. As you can see, I can stand on the cloud, I can make the cloud disappear. Oh, okay, good thing I didn't take 4 damage then. And I can even decide to send out a cloud in front of me and kind of make a bit of a smoke screen. Not too sure whose quirk this is, but it's still pretty cool that I can create clouds and then choose where I want it to go. So if I want it to go over there, I can make it go over there, or I can desummon it, spawn it back in, and then choose to spawn it back in whenever I want, which is pretty cool. But yeah, again, I don't know whose quirk this is. Next up is a pro hero, aka Erase, which allows us to remove quirks. The easiest way to show this quirk off is to jump in survival mode and then, I'm gonna hate doing this, punch, erase. Okay, you've now been erased, so you now only use actual fighting styles. You do not use your quirk. Yeah, just like that. So yeah, you can basically make it so no one can use their quirk when you're looking at them. But as you can see in the bottom right, if you have it active, the longer you have it active on someone, it will slowly drain them. Once it hits its bottom, you will be given blindness and just not be able to see anything. Plus, your ability will no longer work. So there are some caveats to it, but yeah, you can choose to activate it or activate it whenever you want. And you don't even have to be looking at them. As long as you have them set, you can then choose that person to be, yeah, quirkless, which is really cool. Next up is Voice, aka Present Mike's ability. And, oh, this is one I haven't seen yet. Yo, that's sick. Like, I don't even know how much damage half of these whoa, moves do. Okay, loud out shout. Wait, whoa. Seems like, wow, seems like these moves are actually kind of strong. I'm surprised they don't break the glass though, I ain't gonna lie. Next up is the dark skin baddie herself, Mirko's ability, aka the rabbit quirk, which is actually a bit of a different one because you can, yeah, go into the rabbit pose and then boing, yeah, boy. And of course, while you're falling, you can use some of the different moves. Hey, Mirko, what's up? You've got quite a few moves, don't you? After all, you have your kicks, which you can see there. We also have Lunar Ring, which, dude, looks so clean. Whoop. And wait, is it the longer I charge it up, the ears start, the ears start flapping? Woo! That's sick. Also kind of adorable, I ain't gonna lie. Lunar Fall. Whoop. Yo! Yeah, that one looks awesome. And then this move, which, wow! Yo, that looked awesome. Heel Crescent Lunar Arc. Whoa! Yo, that's like a dive kick and then Full Moon Rampage. Yo! Bombardment with our feet. Yo! Okay, some of these are really cool. Yo. And just the fact that you can, like, mix it with the dive ability is really cool. Like, a lot of these abilities with Rabbit are actually surprisingly good at movement. Like, if I go into first and whoop, and jump. I just missed it. And also you have the added benefit of looking like an absolute baddie. So, you know, that's just a plus plus. Anyway, next quirk. Next up is Hawks' ability, also known as Strong Wing. And as you can see, I might be in creative mode, but even if I swap back to survival, yeah, I can fly. And the flying has custom animations and a custom system. For example, you can see I can fly up a bit quicker, but if we fly straight, we'll actually be able to gain more and more speed, allowing our wings to act really cool and pretty much how they would act if we had them on our real body. I just love the flying with it. Yes, you can still walk, but you can choose to fly whenever you want, just from the tap of a button. Super cool. Heck, you can even use all your moves in the air, including Wind Cutter, which allows you to send out some of your feathers. Wind Passage, which is pretty much a boost push ability. Wind Sears Feather is a little bit different. It's a feather we can throw out and it will show where nearby enemies are. As you can see over there, there's someone with a name tag and there are some pigs and stuff down there. This is literally a scout tool. You throw a feather, that goes scouting for you so you can find where nearby enemies are. Bro, Hawk's quirk is crazy. After that, we have 1,000 Feathers Target, which I think is just, yeah, you can throw feathers and they'll auto aim onto the nearest enemy. And then we have Wind Cutter Blade, which we can summon, some blades in our hand. And yes, these can be used with the slash technique. And if you don't have the sword in your hand, you will be able to do a strike technique instead. So yeah, Hawks is actually surprisingly really good. And if you're wondering what that bar in the bottom right is, with Hawks' ability, he actually functions by using his own feathers as weaponry. So if I fall down, you can see my feathers will start building up. But if I start using my moves like Wind Passage here, or Seeking Wind Feather, or this one, where I just send out tons and tons of my feathers, the bar will slowly deplete, which is really cool. And dude, the feathers models, they just look so clean as well. What? So yeah, Hawks is pretty busted, and just being able to fly and also looking super cool while doing it, yeah, Hawks has definitely got one of the best quirks in this mod. Next up, we have Endeavor. As you can see behind me, the abuser himself is here, and we also have Hellflame, so we can use Flamethrower, which, I mean, looks amazing. We also have access to Vanishing Fist. Okay, Ignited Arrow. Yo, excuse me. Dude, Raging Hell Minefield and Hellfire Storm. Yeah! Which looks crazy. Scorching Fist Jet Burn. What? Whoa! Scorching Fist Hell Spider. Oh, wow! Damn, that looks crazy. Vanishing Fist Jet Burn. Isn't that the, whoa! Very, oh my days. That one's a little destructive. And then the final move, Prominence Burn. Sure. Bang. Yeah! Damn! Wow. I think it's fair to say Endeavor's abilities are pretty strong. Whoa. Next up is the sniping baddie herself, the rifle quirk. You see, with this, we have access to our sniper. If I click C and then click Shift, you can see I can actually zoom down the sniper's lens. I can toggle this whenever I want, so I can disable it. And when you have it active, yeah, you can snipe people. You even have things like Ricochet, which I'm pretty sure allow me to fire a bullet, which, oh, I need to create bullets first. Hold on. Let's create a hollow point bullet. There we go. And then we're going to snipe. Yeah! The fact that we have access to this sniping method, though, bang! It's so cool. It's so cool. And yes, if you're wondering, you can zoom in and out with the sniper using your mouse wheel. So it actually functions just like a sniper. So dope. Next up is Mount Lady's ability, aka the giant ability, which, yeah, it allows you to become a giant. And yes, you can see as a giant, you have access to being able to strike still, but you also have access to a few abilities like Canyon. Whoa, Cannon. A nice little stomp ability. Whoa. Wow! You can see there. And of course, your strikes are bigger as well. And if you're wondering, yes, you can also use some of these moves in your small form. So just be aware you can utilize them in the small form, but they don't do as much damage. Now, next up, I'm not actually able to show the quirk. As you can see, this is the dragon quirk, and you'll probably be able to transform into a dragon in the future. But right now, the moves are here, but none of them work. So you can get a little insight of what it looks like, but at the moment, the dragon quirk isn't fully functional. So I thought I'd just mention that here. Next up, we're gonna start showing off some quirks to characters that I generally have no idea who this is. Like, who the hell is this guy? Xless? What, I can fire a laser out my eye. That's it. That's all I can do. I mean, it seems to be at least a little strong, but that's it. That's all I got. That or another relatively simple one being Black Hole. I mean, this one, again, really simple, but it looks so cool. And if you're wondering how it works, yeah, you create a black hole, which destroys anything within it. It literally destroys anything, including the items that things can drop. Like if I break this flower and then were to suction, you can see the flower gets absorbed into the black hole, absolutely annihilating it, which is kind of crazy. Next up is the lion quirk. And from what I think, this one is genuinely just a, you are a lion. Like every ability I have here seems to stimulate the fact of, yeah, I'm just a lion, bro. I got some lion-based attacks. And genuinely, the fact that even small characters like this are getting their quirks added is really cool. Next up is King Orca, which you can see here looks very cool. I don't quite pull off the design as well, but you can see the top of my head now has a fin in it. That's thanks to the quirk. And well, with this, I have a few options to some different abilities that we can see here, from ultrasound to Tiger Sky. Whoa, okay, you don't know what that did. Wave rotation. Whoa, hold up. Whoa. And if you're wondering, yes, I can also breathe underwater. That is kind of just an added bonus of being an orca, you know? Next up is one of the clone techniques. This is Ectoplasm, who is able to create clones out of his ectoplasm, which, oh, excuse me, what are you doing, bro? let's just create a few, right? Why not? And as you can see, yeah, if some heroes start fighting, the clones can get a little excessive. Oh, and they can even fuse together to create a giant clone. Holy crap. And yes, if you're wondering, I can also do this exact same thing. And depending on what I am wearing, these clones will start looking like that, as you can see. But, oh wait, they give off a little bit of a sign that they aren't actually me, which is really cool. But while my clones are all fighting people, oh my days, we're making so more. Oh, holy crap. I may have made a bit too many clones. Oh no. Guys, I need you to fuse. Yeah, do a giant butter. Yeah, sir. And yeah, the clones, as you can see, pretty much function like a clone. It allows us to create and pretty much despawn whenever we want, which is really cool. I can create one, don't want him, get rid of him when I want. 1, 2, and then 2, and then 3, and now they'll all just follow me and work for me. Bro, genuinely, this ability is kind of overpowered, and I love it. Next up is Gunhead, who has the Gatling ability, and if I'm correct, I think it literally, yeah, it's just a gun. Like, he has an ability of a gun. So I can spawn a monster and be, yep. There we go. And now we're at one of the overpowered quirks again. This is New Order, which allows us to do a few things. We can basically create rules in the universe. The only way this character can lose is if the writing dictates it, and unfortunately that is exactly what happens in the series. So let's start by showing us some of the simple things. For example, we can enhance our body, making us pretty much exactly like All Might. So now my strikes will, as you can see, do similar things that we saw from Deku's abilities earlier. We're clearly not as strong as All Might, but we still pack a strong punch. But as you probably noticed in the bottom right, if I turn it off, it only takes up half of the bar. Why does it only take up half of the bar? Because we can make 2 rules, meaning we can now do any of these other rules. Being atmosphere, ground lifts, or we can stop the heart of someone when they move. We can also create a giant shadow of, or should I say, a giant air version of ourselves to fight with. But we'll dive into that move in a moment because it has the longest cooldown compared to any other move in the entire mod. So let's start by showing off atmosphere cannot exist 100 meters ahead of me. And now that we have Deku here, can we, yep, there we go. We can take the air away right in front of him. And as you can see, there's not really much he can do about it. He's just suffocating. So that's kind of morbid. Oh, it didn't kill him though, so credit to him there. Another move we have is we can cause the ground to lift up where he is, creating a pillar of earth, pretty much wherever we need it to be. Like if I go over here, I want it to release down there, so let's release it down there. Just like that, as you can see it. And of course it's in the shape of a star. I mean, why wouldn't it? Now this next one is we can stop the heart of something. So if I need to see someone, as you can see here, and I hit him, if I can go, all right, let's charge it up and go. There we go. So now it should make it so if All Might moves, I'm pretty sure his heart will stop. Oh, no, and he broke the rule. Okay, do I literally have to say All Might like that? And now, will it work? It is quite literally a fully charged move, and if you hit someone when they activate their quirk, it will call out their name. Right, so they need to be using a move when you use it. I guess that is a smart way of kind of trying to reduce the instant kill aspect, but either way, this is a very overpowered move. Yet, I still haven't even shown the final one, being fist bump to the earth. And what's that behind me? Yeah, we create a giant version of ourselves. And you might be wondering what this can do. Well, with this, we have access to a few new moves. Not only can we strike and create giant shockwaves with this shadow, or should I say air version, we also have this move, which cannot set more rules. Son of a bitch. Turn off body enhancement. Okay, and now we have this. So if I do this, oh my days. Whoa! It's the spear! Oh, it's the stab the spear into the ground move. That is sick. Oh, All Might, bro, are you really trying? What about new hypersonic conventional crush punch? Sure. Uh-oh. Oh, my game's actually frozen. There it is. Holy crap. Oh, the game is still loading. Holy crap. That's maybe one of the most destructive moves we have. Holy cheese baskets. And remember, you can still cause the air to vanish. You can still make the ground lift where someone is with this ability. Like, yeah, New Order is insane, man. New Order is insane. Because what's that? Hey, All Might, catch, bang! And if you're wondering, yeah, if I turn it off, you can see the cooldown on it is ridiculous. But on that note, let's move to the next quirk. New Order is insane. Next is a really simple quirk. This is just flight, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can see I can fly, but yeah, it's got a certain amount of energy to it down in the bottom, and all of the poses are here. Genuinely, it's pretty cool. I can't lie. It's pretty simple for what it is, but if I could fly, genuinely, this would be my favorite ability ever. So I can't even lie, it is pretty much my favorite. This flight is my dream ability. I mean, being able to fly would just be so cool. This is sick. Next one's kind of funny because this is actually the Chainsaw Guy quirk, which is a reference to Chainsaw Man, and you'll see very quickly if I, well, transform, we look exactly like Chainsaw Man. Why? Because, yeah, there was a little scene in the manga where we actually saw a character that resembled Chainsaw Man, and genuinely, that's it. Like, that is the reason we have him. And I ain't even complaining because having Chainsaw Man in this mod is actually just kind of cool. His moves are relatively simple, but for what he is, it's what you want, right? But now we are on to the villains. And as you can see, we have Decay. Decay is kind of crazy because, well, as you can see, anyone you touch with it will gain the decay effect. However, you don't even need to touch people sometimes. Like, I could just choose to decay the ground and yeah, you can see how crazy that is. Or we have moves like Death Penalty, which, is that going to kill him? Like, that's just dive, and I'm assuming that might kill him, isn't it? Is that gonna kill him? No way. He survived, okay. Cheat area? We surround everything around us with death. Okay, what about Earth Crack? Go. Whoa! Yo, that looks sick. Wait, did that go off like where I'm looking? So if I'm looking up over here at Deku, so Deku, you. Whoa, that's cool. And then the final move is glitch area, which is a move 1. Okay, all of these seem to take place before he gets the enhancement, if you know what I mean. But with decay, this is still very cool. This is still very, very cool. I wonder if our normal strikes also, they don't, so we actually can choose what we want to decay. Okay, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Anyway, death penalty. You're done. Bro, that's crazy. Next up is a villain that works with Shigaraki. This is Warp Gate, which I'm pretty sure we can create portals with. Like, I do this, and then I can click portal. There we go, slot 6. Okay, and now I can create a warp portal, right? So, walk into it. Okay. Wow, that's bizarre. So, set here. Okay, that's set. And now, if I make a portal, walk into it. Whoa, that's cool. And as long as I'm holding the button down, it acts as a gateway portal. I wonder how far it works. So if I set the portal here, and now we go to the other side of the building. We create the portal, go. Yep, works perfectly. Go back. Yep, works absolutely amazing. Okay, what's the next move? Warp wall. Create. Excuse me? Is that like I send things? Oh, I send things, wait, towards me? I do, it brings them towards me. That's cool. Okay, warp shot and go. Ooh, okay, just seems to be a damage and then warp raid, single. Huh? Wait, can I swap with things? Oh, so swap. Huh? Wait. Did I just swap with a block? I think I just swapped with a block. Swap. Whoa. Okay, so that's like just a quick teleport. That's cool. And I can make it area. Huh? Wait. Does that make it so it teleports things near me? Not too sure on that one. You guys might have to let me know there. But then final one is Bullet Rain, which looks like we just summon in tons of attacks on where we're looking. So go. Yep, Bullet Rain. Yeah, that's cool. Next up is Blue Flame, aka Darby's ability. And you'll be able to see with this one, it's a little bit more destructive than the other fire abilities, because this fire ability is technically the strongest. And you'll be able to see very quickly when you start using it in a forest just how crazy it can be. Burning legs, like what does this one even do? Whoa! Yo, the fire looks so cool. Jet burn. All right, can I? I can fly with this ability. Jet burn. Whoa! Okay, and that's a fire punch. That's cool. Hell spider. Go. Bang. Whoa! Yep, and you can see the bar at the bottom of the screen has now filled up. What does that mean? Yeah, pretty much the more moves I use when that is full, I will start taking damage. So, oh my days! And I just died. I just did a suicide move. You know, showcasing these abilities, you keep forgetting how strong these abilities can be sometimes. Wow. Next up is Toga's abilities, which is transformation. And from how it seems, I'm pretty sure all you have to do is try and get some of their blood. And once you have, whoa, some of their blood, you should be able to transform. But how do you use the transform? Here we go. It says this one is how you're meant to try and get the transformation, but I don't think it works with non-player characters. Because as you can see in the book, which you can open by clicking N, if we go across to it, it says throws a syringe, hitting a player pulls them towards you, allowing you to transform. But yeah, none of the transformation actually are popping up for me here. So I don't think you can use it on mobs or NPCs in the world. Next up is Twice, which is actually a bit of it's similar to Ectoplasm, except for you can't quite tell which one of these is the real one. And there we go, duplicate. You can see, I can tell because of the thing on him, but yeah, this man himself, yeah, these, oh my days. Can I make self-duplicate? Wait a minute, self-duplicate. Okay, go. That didn't work. Okay, so I can make a simple duplication version, which we can see here. I can make, wait, Uraraka? I can make clones of other characters, self-duplicate. Okay, that's what this one is. So I can make clones of me, or I can, oh, that is trippy. Oh, that is trippy. Dagger shot, yeah, so I can throw knives, or Sad Man's Paradise. Is this where I make a bunch of clones? Oh, no, it didn't work. Oh, man, I wonder why that one didn't work, damn it. Next up is Mr. Compass, aka the compression quirk. And if you don't know how this one works, yeah, he's a magician. Anyone you tap, yeah, you can turn into a ball. And I'm pretty sure because I'm in creative, it didn't work then. But if we have a baby zombie, I can compress him, and then we can throw him if we want. And that respawns him. Boop. Yeah, no, you don't. However, that is not all we can do. We also have production magic, which, what's this do? Oh, I think that, wait, did that just make a fake one? I'm pretty sure that's a, oh, okay, no. Wait a minute. Throw. Does that summon stuff? Oh my days. It does! We literally can throw it and then it will call down things above stuff. That is cool. Okay, Thunderous Bomb. Hey, okay, little things. Close-up magic. Oh, no, we might need to see that on this baby zombie. Hey, baby zombie, close-up magic. Boink, 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 boink. Close-up magic. Why isn't my close-up magic working? Wait a minute. Magician's Choice might be a movement-based thing, so I might be able to charge it and throw it up here. Charge and this. Bow, throw. Yeah, it is. Oh, and then we can release it whenever we want. I'm stuck. Next up is Muscular, also known as Muscle Enhancement. As you can see, I've already enabled it, but we can turn it on and off really as much as we want. And then we have, yeah, a few new abilities on it, like Dino Buster. Whoa! Okay, wait, Orc Rush? Oh, yo, why am I not hitting? Oh, wait. I punched him to the other side of the mountain? Okay, that's kind of cool. And then just a normal strike, like I'm assuming, yep. Whoa! Wow, that was a strong hit. I want to do Dino Buster again. Yo, so the Dino Buster ability is pretty much once you do a backflip, you'll then be able to land it. Bull Combat, whoa! Yo, is a charge. There we go, bro. Muscular is so cool. Now, next up is a bit of a big villain. This is All For One. Now, just so I look stylish, there we go. Just rocking the suit. All For One isn't too crazy. As you can see, it looks like we can do a bit of damage, but along with that, we can also do a few other things. For example, as you can see, I can give people quirks. Now, there we go. Villain mob given a quirk. We gave him a quirk. Can I just give him like as many quirks as I want? It seems like I probably could. I don't know how to fully control what quirks I'm giving him, but we can start scrolling, and you might notice something. Claw Manipulation. If we aim it, how did I miss you? If we try using Claw Manipulation from a third-person point of view, you'll see... Oh, okay, that didn't really show that well. You'll be able to see from a side view the actual effect of this move. Looks very cool. But alongside that, we actually have a lot more moves. For example, Final Strike, Dark Domain, Punch You, Rough Shockwave, Spring Transformation, plus Airwalk, and Dark Ball, and Total Release All For One for the sake of single purpose. There's a lot of moves, and it doesn't stop there. We can actually go to Claw Manipulation, which I just showed was that move. I can click C on it, and we can change it to any move here. Like Push Out. What's this? It's a brand new move. So now I can hold down for Push Out, and we can see it's it's an entirely different move. Change it. Can I go Piercing Strike? Oh, no way. No, wait. So like that. Ooh, so that did hit him. Wait, can I like combine? So Burst Speed with Punch Out. Oh my days. You can. I could go Spring Transformation. No, Burst Speed plus Muscle Strength Enhancement, Spear Bone, Airwalk, Light Dark Ball. All that together, we have... What? So now if I charge this, we can see our arm, and now... Release? Whoa, what did I just make? Dude, the combinations of moves I could make here. Spring Transformation mixed with Hypertrophy mixed with Dark Ball. What? And then go. What? Bro, I don't even know what we're mixing here, but I love this. Sickle Wind, Heavy Burden, Life Force. You know what? Just add them all. 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 No way. All of them together. What's this gonna do? Is this gonna do anything? Ooh! Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yes, let's actually show off some of the other moves, like Dark Domain we can see here. Like, dude, there's some cool moves. Punch You. Isn't this just like a replica of what All Might's move is? Yup. Bang. Rough Shockwave. Like, come on. What? And then, yeah, Spring Transformation plus Airwalk. That is one that I wanted to try. You can see the Airwalk actually kicked in when I utilized the move. Wait, so could I just set it to Airwalk and then... Oh... my days, I can! Huh. So if I use Airwalk and Dark Ball, okay, it doesn't quite make... okay, so it seems like some combos. So as long as I'm holding it, the Airwalk is active, and then I trigger a punch. Interesting. Oh, man, I could play around with these different changes all day. Like, these changes are so cool, and like all the add-on effects you can do are really dope. I mean, genuinely... This is probably the best All For One I've actually seen in a mod. But with that said, let's see the final move being All For One for the sake of a single purpose. Let's get a few villains in here just in case it's a big attack. Oh, it is. Well, good thing I aimed it into the air. You know what, we gotta try it on the ground now. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Yep, it's gone. Yeah, adding on Muscle Strength Enhancement times 3, Burst Speed times 4, Spear Bone, and Hypertrophy. We'll be able to see. My fist looks like this, and then bang. Dude, wow, that is so cool. Anyway, let's actually see this move now. Aimed onto the floor. Oh, let's just stock it up with a few more villains. Charge up and aim. Oh, go. Oh my, oh. But with that, All For One is genuinely, this is probably the best version I have seen of All For One in any mod. Like, you can give people quirks, you can set any quirk here to work with any other quirk, and it works so well. Like, what? But with that all said, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Next up is Overhaul, which is actually a very, I mean, all these quirks, all right? There are so many broken ones. We can see, yeah, I have a normal strike like normal, but I can also disassemble, which... Pretty self-explanatory. It's very similar to Decay. However, alongside Decay, this one has the added benefits of if I fully charge it, it changes to Repair, meaning anything that I have hurt, I can actually give back its health. So I can hit them to hurt them, or if I want, I can fully charge it to then heal them. However, that's not all I can do. I also have access to Yomi Crusher, which is, I can turn the earth beneath me into a projectile, and yeah, cause a little bit of damage to things. So, like this. Then we have Piercing Underworld Spear, which we can charge and release. Yeah, we can summon a bunch of earth spikes out of the ground. Then we have Swift Sacrifice, which we can choose to send a few spikes in front of us. Nothing crazy. 1,000 Wedges is, from memory, I think it spawns them around us. Oh, yep. Yes, it does. Then we have Sin and Impurity Crusher, which, whoa, oh, I missed him. Are you serious? It's a giant spike. And next up is Neck Pierce, which as you can see, oh, damn it. It allows us to summon a bit of stone to instantly try and pierce someone's neck. And as you can see, it kind of auto aims towards the nearest entity. It doesn't seem to be too broken because, yeah, I feel like you can actually kind of aim it where you want to go. But yeah, it doesn't seem to always hit them. So I don't know. I feel like this one might need a little bit more work. Now, a lot of the next quirks are actually of Overhaul's henchmen. And unfortunately for Overhaul, he really just don't know how to make good... You don't know how to hire good people because, like, look, I have the crystallization quirk, so I can turn my fists into crystals. That's it. However, if we're not going to showcase Overhaul's villains and his little side henchmen's quirks, because they all basically only have, like, one move anyway, we're going to show off someone that actually is dope. And this ability belongs to Gentle Criminal, which if you don't know who that is, I mean, he's the GOAT, bro. We can, I'm pretty sure, oh my days, wait, can I actually... Yo, I can just use that where I want. As you can see, we can create bits of air that act as trampolines and do these. They actually function. How? Wait. So if I do that and then do another one and now go down to the floor, they actually send me in the direction that I was using them in. Wow, that is cool. So other people can use them if they wanted to. What about Gentle Reap? Is this, so we can reflect things? Okay. Does it have an alternate version if, oh no, we can actually just send multiple, wait a minute. How does that one, what? Wait, that is so cool. So depending on how long we hold it down, the further away the elasticity kind of becomes. So if I do it here, I can stop it around there instead. Dude, that is sick. And then tap it, yep, and I'll fall to my, that is cool. Gently Event, go. Whoa! Is that just like a mega boost? I think that might have been a mega boost one. Yo, and then Gentle Sandwich. Hold on, let's get a villain. Yo, huh? Why didn't that do any damage? I'm kind of disappointed about that, but like either way, wait, could I like do that and then, I'm just like testing things out. This is really cool. Can I knock him into my trampoline? I really want to find out. Yes, you can. Oh, so if I place one there and then place one here and then place a villain here and then hit him, is he gonna, yeah. Yeah! Oh, man, that was cool. We made a perpetual motion machine. That is amazing. But yeah, it seems like the sandwich ability doesn't do any damage. I don't know what that's meant to be, like a trap ability or not, but this one, yeah, that is definitely a movement. That is interesting that a lot of the gentleman's abilities aren't actually attack abilities. They're movement ones, which is really cool. Now, next up is a villain from one of the movies. I'm actually not too sure who this is, but this guy has some weird looking moves like Rock Throw, where we can piff the rock beneath us, Super Strike, which, I mean, you can see how destructive that is. Wind Attack, which, I mean, all of these attacks seem pretty strong. Flying Strike. Whoa! Whoa! Dude, that looked cool. Smash, like what? Whoa. Whoa! Wow, okay, who is this? Flame Breath? Like, whose abilities are this? Serious Mode? Oh, and I grow horns. Huh? Heat Ray? Is this like Heat Bullet? Bro, I genuinely have no idea who this is. If you guys know who this belongs to or who has these moves, be sure to let me know, because I have no idea. Up next is another movie villain. This is the Telekinesis ability, and from how it seems, oh my days, it seems like you can just hit people as long as you see them. Like, Go. No, so there is a range to it. So I can choose to freeze him and wait, freeze? Whoa, nope, never mind. What? Telekinesis multiple. And that's all we can do. Is it like, wait, I'm actually not too sure on what this is. Hold to activate while active, levitates nearby floating blocks, release it. Huh? Okay, hold on a minute. And I'm assuming for multiple, it does hit multiple of them. Okay, all right, maybe telekinesis just seems to target people. I'm not too sure of the telekinesis one. But now this is where it dives into the extra quirks. You see, all of these here are actually excessive quirks, meaning Black Whip is here, so if I wanted, I could, well, use Black Whip. If I really wanted to, I'm pretty sure, yep, there we go, I can use Black Whip. Just so you can see it from another perspective, as you can see, there we go, Black Whip. I have already technically shown off the Black Whip abilities because of Deku's quirk in the previous video, so if you want to see all of the actual one-for-all like abilities, then be sure to check those out by seeing the previous video, because I do show all of the quirks, users, and all that kind of stuff, I should say, from Deku's abilities. And if we scroll all the way back down, you'll also notice we have some extra little ones here. Like, we have some ones that we saw All For One was using, like Dark Ball, Heavy Burden, and all that kind of stuff. But alongside all of these, we also have stuff like Deku's mum's quirk, which I'm pretty sure is literally just, like, attract. Yep, we can slowly pull things towards us. Or if we want Deku's dad's quirk, which allows us to breathe fire. Man, it's kind of cool to think about. Can you imagine the quirk that Deku may have had? Like, he could have made fire float towards him or controlled fire? Like, I don't know. That with combining flame breath and slowly bring stuff towards you, I'm curious about what Deku's actual quirk would have been. But with that all said and done, that is pretty much every quirk in this mod. I didn't show off every single one of them, obviously, because as you can see, stuff like Life Force here doesn't seem to actually do anything. I don't fully know the exact details of what every single little quirk does, but yeah, we could dive down here. We can see shock absorption. We just have shock absorption as an ability now, so we can absorb stuff. Other things like hard flame fan. Like, what is this one? Huh? Like, what? What is this? Genuinely, some of these quirks are very unique and very different, but with that, there are so many here. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. In case you're wondering, where are some other characters? For example, this one. We obviously saw the hero version, but this is still Lady Nagai, or however you pronounce her name. As you can see, we can still aim down the scope, but you see, we also have access to something else here now. We have access to airwalk. So if we want, we can use the airwalk and then use our sniper, which, I mean, look at the pose, bro, so cool. And then, bang! Is that gonna hit it? Oh, snap. How did I miss that? Come on. And yes, if you're wondering, I still have airwalk active. So, yeah, you can see I'm able to jump up all these blocks and now I'm on here and it's still active. So, if you're wondering how to utilize these other quirks though, you have to hold shift, then R, and then scroll. And as you can see, you can swap to the other quirks. So I can disable airwalk whenever I want and then swap back to rifle whenever I want as well. So it's pretty cool, the system of how it all works. But with that all said, that's where I'm gonna end this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Of course, if you guys want us to jump in and try out some PvP or fighting some of the bosses in this mod, be sure to drop a like on this video. My name is Troy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next video.